All right, so I'm going to share my screen here. All right, let's get started. So this is the Moneywise Learning team. You guys have been hearing from me before. My name is Anar Pitre, and I run a company called Lotus Capital Partners from Greenwich in Connecticut. And I think I've told you this before. I'm an investor and business owner. So what does that mean? As an investor, I help people grow their money. We invest in large apartment complexes with a group of people, and we help people grow their money. And as a business owner, I have a business, right? So that is what I do. And my partner, Kavita, she also does something similar. She runs a company called Cherry Street Investments. She's also an investor. She's also a realtor. She's from Texas. And together we are doing this learning series. Why? Why are we doing? Because we're very excited to have you guys learn about money, right? Have you guys learn about money started early on. You know, whatever you do in your life, whatever you decide to do, chances are you're going to need money, and that you need all your life. And we want to get you start thinking about it and develop good habits about it early on, okay? All right, so what have we learned so far and what will we learn? So we did our first class, it was about money and value. Then last class, we did income, expenses, and profits. And this class, we are going to look at assets, liabilities, and balance sheet, okay? All these are new words, but we are going to learn about them today. So by the end of this class, you will know what is assets, you will know what is liabilities, and you will know what is balance sheet, okay? So let's get started. We are first going to define some house rules. Kavita, can you hear fine?
Sorry, some kids were saying there was echo. I just wanted to make sure they can hear fine.
Yeah. I think they can. They've already said.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Thank you all. Okay, so first I'm going to define some house rules, okay? So what do I need from you? I need your attention, and you're all giving me your attention. So thank you very much for that, okay? So I need your undivided attention, no other side conversations or anything like that. Make sure you ask me a lot of questions. The way to ask me questions is you type your question in the chat box, or you can also email me later, okay? But no crosstalk with other kids here, okay? And then every class we have some fun assignments, so spend some time with your parents to finish them. And most class, not this class, but most class we also play games. So you got to play those games, and hopefully you played the game we had last time, right? Jesse's ice cream stand. So let's do a quick poll. And this poll is about the assignment last week, everyone. So I want to know if you did the assignment. Do you remember what the assignment was? The assignment was a quick, how can you, 5 ways you can earn money now and 3 ways you can earn money in the future. You had to make a list. You remember that? So I'm going to launch a poll here. And let's see, can you please vote? Did you finish the assignment with your parents last week? So you should be able to see a poll on your screen, okay? And you can vote. Okay. I guess most people have voted. If you can't see the poll, that's fine, but really just it asks you whether you finished the assignment, you did not finish the assignment, and you did a little bit. seems like we have a mixed bucket, okay? Like a third of you did it, a third of you didn't do it, and a third of you did a little bit. So that's not great. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give a few minutes to you to think about it right now, okay? So let's do this in the class right now. So let's look at last week's assignment, all right? And take a minute or two and think about 5 ways you can earn money today, all right? And 3 ways you can earn money when you grow up. I'm gonna give you a minute or two, and then I'm gonna start typing some answers here. So think about it. What are 5 ways you can earn money today? You don't need to send me your replies. Just think about it. Okay, so now I am going to start typing some answers here based on your feedback. So can you give me some ways you can earn money today? Can you type? Okay, good. Arya, lemonade stand. Great, we already did that. So cookies. Somebody said babysitting. Competition, sale, good. Okay. Clean the house and hopefully your parents will pay you, but that doesn't always work. Sometimes you just have to clean the house because it's your house. Walking dogs. Good for your neighbors, right? Mow people's lawn, great. Okay. Okay, these are great ideas, everyone. Okay. See, this is how simple assignment is. You just have to think a little bit, okay? No reason to not do it. All right. Yeah, item sale. Yep, Abhi. Now, here's an interesting one, right? When you grow up, you might not want to do a lemonade stand or you might not want to do cookies. What are you going to do when you grow up? How do you think you want to earn money then? Work for a job, good. Somebody said they want to fix iPads. Maybe you want to fix devices, all kinds of computing devices, right? Good. Start a business, good. What kind of business you have to think about it? You said buy stocks. Okay, but to buy stocks or be an investor, you still need money. Somebody are good. That will definitely earn you money. Stock market. Remember again, stock investing or any investing requires you to first have money. So before you become an investor, you need to have money. How are you going to make money? Okay, you're going to be a chef. Good. So you want to run a restaurant. Good. So you've got to think, if you want to be a chef, what are you going to start learning today? You want to work in a bank. Okay, so you got to think about what you want to learn today so you can be prepared for working in a bank or being a chef. You want to be a dentist. All right. So you got to go to dentistry school, right? Be owner of a game. Okay, so you got to think about what kind of game. You want to be a scientist, athlete, great ideas, okay? So all these are good ways that you can earn money. Yep, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a geologist. Okay, excellent. So we got more than 3 ways. We got lots of ways here. You want to be a gym teacher, great. So all these ideas, what you need to think next, and this is not an assignment, but just think about it, right? Let's say you want to be dentist, then you got to think about, hey, what do I need to learn, right? What subjects do I need to study, and which schools do I need to go to, and so on and so forth. So think about it. Maybe also think about how much does it cost to be a dentist, right? Because all the education is not cheap. The education is not free. So are your parents going to help you pay for the education? Are you going to help pay yourself for the education? So you got to think about, if you want to be a dentist, or let's say you want to, whatever it is, you want to be an athlete, you know, let's say you want to be a tennis player. So how are you going to pay for tennis tuitions? And maybe your parents help you now, but you know, what do you need to do as a tennis star or a tennis athlete to actually earn the amount of money you need to earn? So think about it. This is not an assignment, but just think about it, okay? All right, so let's think about what lessons, all right, last class, remember we did the lemonade stand. So what lessons did we learn last week? Okay, I don't want to show this to you, so maybe you just tell me a few lessons you learned last week. Remember we did the lemonade stand, and we said how much does it cost to run it, and then we saw a little video too about a boy who wanted to earn money to pay for his bike. Yeah, so you learned about profits, you learned about expenses, income. Excellent, thank you. Yeah, done. Profit, income, revenue. We use the word revenue, but that's a good word, Nishan, to know. That's okay if you were not here last week. I sent out warning to everybody earlier yesterday. Yep, so all of you are right. So you learned about income, you learned about profits, you learned about expenses. Yeah. What else? So here are some. You learned that you need to earn money through jobs, chores, businesses. You said that earlier. And do you remember we also said that different jobs and businesses earn different amount of money? So in the video, I hope you remember that some jobs earn by the hour, some jobs earn by the week, and some jobs earn by the month. You remember? And there may be other ways to get paid too. So maybe let's think a little bit about it, okay? So you already said what you want to be. So let's think a little bit about how people get paid. So how would you get paid if you are, okay? If you're a teacher, how do you get paid? Do you get paid daily, weekly, monthly? What do you get? Most teachers get paid monthly. They get a salary, okay? Most teachers, so usually monthly. Some teachers may be getting paid by the class. Just so you know, for this class, I am your teacher, but this is not, I don't get paid, okay? So why do I do this? There was some questions around, why is she doing this, right? So remember, like I said, me and Kavita, we both get a lot of happiness and satisfaction from the fact that we are getting to teach you about money, because that's what we do in real life. We invest and so on. So we get a lot of happiness. And remember, money can't buy everything. So sometimes you do things as giving back to the society. So this is one of those. So even though I'm a teacher here, this is my way of giving back. But your teacher in school, for instance, works for the school, and the school pays that teacher, okay? What about a doctor? How does a doctor get paid? A doctor typically, yeah, some people typically gets a monthly salary, but maybe even gets paid by the visit. Yep, you're absolutely right. Somebody said gets paid by. So the more patients the doctor sees, they'll earn more for sure. So yep, per visit is a good answer as well. Some doctors may have that sort of method that they get paid. Tennis player, somebody wanted to be an athlete, right? So if you're an athlete, let's say a tennis player, how do you get paid? By the game. Yep, most of them, right? Typically you get, or you have a contract. Yeah, that's right. Like if you're a very famous player and you have a contract with a big NFL or something like that, then you get paid by the contract. But typically, like let's say you're a tennis player, you'll get prize money from the matches you play, or the matches you win rather. So if you don't win, then you might not get paid much. So again, if you want to be an athlete, you better be a really good athlete, because you got to win competitions. If you're a business owner, you get paid because from the money you make, right? From the money you make selling things, or selling services, whatever it is. But whatever money your business makes, that's how you make money as a business owner. From your customers. Yep, you need paying customers for any business. You need somebody to pay for the service or the things that the business is selling. What about if you are a landscaper? Do you think you win by matches or salary or for the job? Yeah. So maybe you say, hey, you know, I'm gonna clean all the leaves for you, and you agree with the homeowner, say you pay me $80 for it, and so the homeowner pays them $80. So maybe it's by the job, or maybe by the hour. Thank you, Arnav. So maybe the landscaper comes and says, this is a big job, I don't know how much to charge you, but I will charge for every hour that I work, I will charge you $20. And so if all the leaves take 5 hours to clean up, then maybe you pay your landscaper $100 for the hourly rate. Okay. So typically it's by the hour or for the job, whatever you agree on. Astronaut. Anybody else how an astronaut gets paid? I mean, I'm not sure I know, but I might guess. Yeah, my guess would be, yeah, the government, but
By surviving, I like that one.
by surviving, making trips. Yeah, so maybe it's every month, right? Or maybe it's for every mission, right? I don't know. It might be an interesting thing to ask around. Any of you, you know, somebody said, somebody was saying astronomy or something when I was asking what you wanted. So maybe ask around, maybe you know an astronaut or know how they earn. And this is what I want you to think about. How does a president earn? How does a firefighter earn? How does an engineer earn? And how does an investor earn? How do they get paid? Okay. So think about it. This is not an assignment, but just think about it.
And how much do they get paid?
Yeah, that's also, right? So maybe, I'm guessing, like maybe a landscaper does not make as much as, let's say, an astronaut or a doctor. But hey, if you have a landscaping business that is, you know, in Connecticut or most of Texas, and let's say you have 50,000 customers, paying customers every week, maybe you do earn more than an astronaut. It's possible. So it all depends on scale. Okay. Typically, maybe a doctor earns more than a firefighter, right? But if you don't see too many patients as a doctor, you might not earn much, you might not make any money at all. So it all depends on how good you are at the job and how big you scale that activity. Okay. All right, so what is today's big topic? So let's start there. So today's big topic is all these new words, and we're going to learn about them soon. So assets, liabilities, equity, and balance sheet, okay? All right, no crosstalk. So what is an asset? Anyone knows what an asset is? And simple definitions, okay? We want to make some, okay, so let me just tell you what an asset is. An asset is something very simply, okay? We can have bigger, complicated versions of it, but very simply, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket, all right? So that's a very simple way of thinking about an asset. Okay, I don't need answers right now. So Arnav, let's just follow the asset talk right now, okay? So let's think about it. What assets do we know? So lemonade stand that makes you $50 profit every day. Do you think that's an asset? Does that put pocket? I like to think so. So I think that's an asset. Yeah, that is an asset for me. I think it should be an asset for everyone. Okay, your favorite toy that you always play with. It brings you a lot of smiles. Is that an asset? No. Yeah, it brings you a lot of smiles, brings you a lot of happiness, but unfortunately doesn't put money in your pocket. So for this purpose, this is not an asset, okay? Now, your lawnmower, okay? It's something that stays in your garage and it allows you to mow your lawn and your neighbor's lawn too. And let's say your neighbor pays you $15 every time you mow. Sounds like an asset, yeah? So that is an asset, all right? Yep, thank you. Your vegetable garden, this is slightly tricky. Vegetable garden, it gives you salads every day, okay? Is this an asset? Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. Okay. Vegetable garden that gives you salads. Now, salads you can directly eat them. So, hey, money saved is money earned, right? Like I don't have to get a $10 salad from outside. The other way is those salad greens are something that, food is a very basic necessity, right? So very easily you can exchange it for money. You can sell salad greens to your neighbors and very easily you can make money from it. So vegetable garden that gives you fresh salads every day, I would think is an asset, okay? House you live in. Okay, this is a tricky question too. House you live in. If you guys did the assignment from week 1, and I know many of you haven't, okay? We're going to come to that later. But if you did that assignment, you would quickly learn from your parents that to live in your house, you have something called a mortgage. So you need to pay the bank money, okay? You also have taxes, property taxes for being in your house. So even if your parents own the house free and clear, like they don't have money from the bank, they still have to property taxes. The house you live in is not an asset. It takes money out of your pocket. It costs a lot to maintain it. You also have to pay the bank for it, and you also have to pay taxes on it. So the house you live in is not an asset, okay? How about this one though? Let's say you live in this house, but it has a really nice basement apartment. And that apartment, your parents have rented it out and somebody stays there and pays them $2,000 every month. And your parents' mortgage and all the upkeep for the house, it costs them $1,900. Now, is your house making your parents some money every month, right? Yep, seems like they get $2,000 from the house, but house costs them $1,900. So they make $100 every month from the house. So this will be an asset, okay? So that's an asset. Asset is something that puts money in your pocket, all right? So now let's look at liabilities. That's another new word, okay? So what is a liability? So liability is almost something opposite of asset, okay? So the asset puts money in your pocket. So the liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, okay? Very simply. So let's look at some of the same things we looked at before. Okay, you have a lemonade stand, but guess what? You're losing $20 on it. That's a loss. We didn't use this word before, but that's a loss. That you lost the money. You didn't make money, you lost the money. You got no customers, nobody came, nobody bought the lemonade. Maybe it was too sweet or not sweet enough, or it was a very windy day, nobody wanted lemonade, okay? That's a liability, okay? So that stand took money out of your pocket. Okay, your favorite toy. Same one. It always brings a smile on your face, you play with it, but you paid money to buy it, okay? So that is a liability. Your vacation brings you a lot of happiness. You go to a nice place, sunny place, beaches, you eat great food. Is that an asset? No, it takes money out of your pocket or your parents' pocket at least. So that is a liability. Yep, you need more money for a vacation. Ah, your vegetable garden, but this time it gets eaten by a deer. You got no salads from it. Was it an asset? Is it an asset or a liability? It's a liability, okay? Because now you got all the seeds, you water it every day, you work on it, but you get nothing from it. The house you live in, we already went through it, okay? There's a lot of money that you spend on the house to keep it going. It's a liability. Same thing, the house you live in with a basement that's rented out. We did this, let's say your parents make $100 every month. Now this is not a liability, right? We said this was an asset, so this is not a liability. Perfect, you got it. Okay, so this is a new one, your car, okay? Not your car, but your parents' car, okay? Let's say it costs $600 per month for the lease, for whatever it is, for gas. That takes money out of your pocket. So this is a liability. Yep. Okay. So now that you know what is an asset and what is a liability, what do you think makes you rich? If you want to be rich, and I'm assuming most of you want to be rich, right? What do you think makes you rich? Money, yeah, but I'm talking about between assets and liabilities. What do you think? Assets or liabilities? Assets, right? Yep, assets, lots of assets. You got it. That's what makes you rich. Assets. So same question, but I really want you to get this. If you want to become rich or you plan on becoming rich, what do you think you should focus your time and energy on? You think you want to build a lot of liabilities, or you think you want to build a lot of assets? Right? You want to spend your time building assets, right? Your time and energy, you want to spend growing assets. Okay, so that's how you ultimately become rich, or financially independent. That means you don't need your parents' money, you can support yourself. Okay, so let's go back to the lemonade stand. So you guys now have a good idea of assets and liabilities, right? So we are going to go back to the lemonade stand and we are going to pretend we are going to run it again. And this time, let's assume mom is giving you money to buy what you need. Okay, so you remember what all you needed, right? So you needed lemons, you needed sugar, water, cups, pitcher, table, and this was just sunny day. This is not something that you can plan on, but this is nice to have. So now let's think about what is an asset here. Like if you had lemons allow you to make money in a lemonade stand, right? So it puts money in your pocket. Do you think lemons would be an asset? Yeah, lemon would be an asset. And we decided we were going to buy 50 lemons for $10. Similarly, sugar would be an asset because, hey, you need it for lemonade. That's what helps you make money. Water, yes, it's an asset, but it was free. So that's good. Cups, you need cups to serve the lemonade, right? Without cups, are you going to give lemonade in a pitcher directly? So cups is an asset. You need those to make money. Ice is an asset, but we got it for free last time. Pitchers, you need pitchers to mix it all in. So that's an asset too. It allows you to make money, puts money in your pocket in the lemonade stand. Table, let's say you borrowed it, okay, borrowed it from your neighbor, but still it allows you to set up everything. It allows you to advertise your lemonade stand. So that's an asset. Sunny day, this is just a side funny thing, but hey, asset free, the sun came out great. Okay, so let's look at assets and liabilities, let's say for this lemonade stand, before you sell anything, okay? So here are all your assets, your lemons, the 50 lemons, your 1 pound of sugar, your free water cups. Oh, I should have written 100 cups here, okay? So 100 cups, your ice, your 2 pitchers, and your table. All of those are your assets. So remember we said $10 for the lemon, $3 for the sugar, $5 for the cups, and $2 for the pitcher. So altogether, your assets are worth $20. When you say they're worth $20, you're assuming that if you sell the 50 lemons back or you go to the grocery store, you can get your $10 back. You can give the sugar back and you can get $3 back. Same thing for the cup, same thing for the pitcher. So all in all your assets are worth $20, okay? Now let's look at your liabilities. Remember, to buy all these assets, you needed some startup money, right? And let's say you borrowed it from your mom. So your mom gave you exactly what you needed. So you needed $20, mom gave you $20. So now this is a liability. Why is this a liability? Because you have to pay mom back, right? This is borrowed money. So this, yeah, mom or dad, let's say mom, next time it'll be dad, okay? So this borrowed money, so you gotta give it back. So total liabilities is $20, all right? So before you sell anything, your assets are $20, your liabilities are $20, okay? Now we are gonna do one quick pop quiz. So let me start it. Look on your screen, I'll launch it shortly. Okay. Can you help me answer these questions? First one is, what is an asset? money in coins, something that puts money in your pocket, money your mom gives you, or a business where you lose $30. And what is a liability? Money you make, something that takes money out of your pocket, your lemonade stand that makes $30 every day, or your garden that costs $80 every month. Okay, I'll wait a little longer so that you can take the quiz. And remember, there can be more than one right answer, okay? It doesn't have to be that only one answer is correct. There can be more than one correct answer. Okay. It looks like most of you have taken the quiz. So let's just quickly look at the answers, okay? So first question, what is an asset? So the correct answer is not money in coins. The second one, something that puts money in your pockets. That sounds correct. That is correct, right? Yep. So whoever did that, you got it right. But very few of you, your mom gives you. If your mom gives you money and if you didn't have to return it, I would think that's an asset. I mean, you just got money from mom. A business where you lose $30, that is not an asset. Okay, that's a liability. Now, the second question, let's go to second question. What is a liability? So money you make is not, no, that's an asset. Something that takes money out of your pocket, that is a liability, correct? Your lemonade stand, if it makes you $30 every day, that is an asset. It is not a liability, so that's not correct. And if your garden costs $80 to maintain every month and you don't get anything out of it, that is also a liability. So the correct answer is 2 and 4, okay? Or the second and the fourth option. Okay. So I'm gonna end this. So good job, most of you got it right. Okay, so let's look at a third new word, that is equity, okay? So what is equity? Equity really tells you the value or worth of your business or of your lemonade stand or any activity or a person, okay? Equity is like the value or the worth. So the way people think of equity is if you have assets and if you have liabilities, then you take assets minus liabilities and you get equity, okay? So in your lemonade stand, somebody says, hey, what is your lemonade stand worth, right? How much is it worth? What is its value? So you got to look at all your assets in the lemonade stand. Then you got to look at all the liabilities in the lemonade stand. And then you do assets minus liabilities, and then you decide what the lemonade stand is worth, okay? So let's look at it. So this is your assets, right? We already said lemon, sugar, all of this were your assets. Your assets were worth $20. And you got some startup money and your liabilities were worth $20, okay? So before you sell anything, let's say it's in the beginning of the day and you haven't sold a single cup of lemonade. Somebody said, hey, how much is your lemonade stand worth? I'm gonna say, you know, my assets are $20. My liabilities are $20. So what is assets minus liabilities, guys? Yeah, so really, my lemonade stand before I sell any lemonade is worth what? Nothing, right? Zero. So basically it's worth nothing if you don't sell anything. But it's a different story, right? Let's say you start selling and you have a great day, okay? You really work hard, you know, you advertise, you stop all the cars going on the streets, you yell out to the neighbors, you sell 100 cups for $100. Okay, one cup for $1. So let's say you made $100. Okay, so now let's look at end of the day. You know, you had a great day and you sold 100 cups. End of the day, somebody says, hey, how much is your lemonade stand worth now? So again, I'm going to do the same thing. My assets, now I have $100 cash, right? So that's my first asset, right? And What about all these? No. Remember, you used all the lemons. You used most of the sugar. All of that is gone. The cups are gone. 100 cups are gone. All of that is gone. So your assets are $100. And your liabilities, you still owe mom money, right? So your liabilities are still $20. So now, if somebody says, how much is your lemonade stand worth? You'll say, well, my assets were $100. My liabilities were $20. So really, my stand is now worth $80. Okay? Now, one thing I want to point out, and it's a small mistake. You remember the picture? So lemons were gone, ice is gone, everything is gone. But the pictures, those were there, right? They were still there. And they were worth, remember, they were worth $2. So actually, I did something wrong, and I think most of you got something wrong too. My assets should say cash money $100, and the worth $2. So my assets would be 102. Liabilities would be 20. Nope, not 78. Yep. So actually, your lemonade stand would be worth $82 if you saved the pictures. If you didn't save the pictures, then it's worth $80. Okay. All right. So now, what did you observe? Did you observe something interesting from the fact that before you sold anything, your lemonade stand was worth nothing, and after you sold, it was worth $80 or $82? Did you observe that your business worth just went up? For every cup of lemonade you sold, your worth of your business went up or went up? Yep, sweet money or sweet worth, right? So the lesson here is the more you sell in a business, the more your business is worth. So businesses that sell a lot more and make a lot more money are worth more than businesses that sell a lot less, okay? And if you sell more, you're working harder. So it pays to work hard, okay? Hard work pays off. Okay, last quick thing. Balance sheet, okay? Now really it's a sheet of paper that lists all the business liabilities and equity. Business assets, liabilities, and equity. So we already did this. So it sounds like a big thing, but remember we already made one. So remember when we did this, we said, oh, our lemonade stand, our assets are this much, our liabilities are this much, our equity is $80. So this is a balance sheet, guys. We already did the balance sheet. You already know what a balance sheet is. So it's just a sheet of paper with assets, liabilities, and your equity, okay? That's a balance sheet. So now you know a fancy word. Tell your parents you know what a balance sheet is, okay? Okay, so we have one little quiz again. All right, you should see it. What is equity and what is balance sheet? Remember, there's more than one right answer possible, okay? Okay, seems like many of you have done it. I'll give it a little bit, 5 more seconds. Okay, so let's start talking about it. So I'm gonna give you answers now. So, okay, Kushi, Avni, oh no, not Avni, Kushi, let's not talk about World of Sense. Let's not talk about Arya. We're not talking about the game now. So, okay, the quiz. So what is equity? Yes, it is your worth. So many of you got it right, okay? your worth or your business's worth or a person's worth, whatever it is, okay? It's not a friend of a horse, okay? It's not what you owe your dad. It is definitely the value of something, okay? And what is a balance sheet? Paper that is balanced equally on both sides is incorrect. Guys, this is not a seesaw, okay? A sheet of paper that you do math on is incorrect. It is a list showing assets, liabilities, and equity for a business. And we already did that in class, okay? So that is a balance sheet. Good job, everyone, okay? All right. So we are nearly at the end. Good job. So you learned a lot today, okay? But remember, we have an assignment. So here's your fun little assignment, very simple. And I want you to spend time on it. And it takes very little time, okay? You have to think about what assets do you have, not your parents. What assets do you have as kids? What liabilities do you have as kids? And what is your equity or what is your worth, okay? So you'll have to do your assets minus your liabilities to find out your worth, all right? And what are you going to do to increase that? Think about that too. And then when you get some time, maybe at dinner time tonight, ask your parents the same exact questions. And I bet you their answers are going to be different, right? They're going to have a lot more assets. They're going to have a lot more liabilities, and they're going to have a lot more worth or equity, okay? So do that, and I'm sure you'll learn some fun, interesting stuff, okay? And I will see you in next class. If you have any questions, let me know by email, but otherwise we're done, all right? Thank you. Thanks all. Thank you, Arnav. Thanks that you loved this class. Bye.
Thanks, Anar. That was awesome.
Thanks, Kavita. You all soon next week.